Garbage smells bad for very specific reasons, and it's not just because it's dirty. The smell starts the moment trash is thrown away. Inside every trash bag, bacteria immediately begin feeding on organic waste, like food scraps, paper, liquids, and other biodegradable materials. These bacteria are constantly active, even in tiny amounts, and they start breaking down waste the second it's discarded. As these bacteria digest the organic material, they release gases into the air. Those gases are precisely what we smell when we approach trash. The longer trash sits, the more bacteria multiply, and the stronger the smell becomes. Every piece of organic material, every leftover meal, fruit peel, or coffee filter becomes a source of fuel for microbial growth. This is why even small amounts of garbage can develop noticeable odors quickly. One of the biggest contributors to trash odor is decomposition. When organic waste breaks down, especially in environments without oxygen, bacteria produce gases like methane, ammonia, and sulfur compounds. Sulfur compounds are particularly potent and are the same chemicals responsible for the smell of rotten eggs. Even tiny amounts of these sulfur compounds can be extremely overpowering to the human nose. As the decomposition process continues, more and more gases are produced, which is why trash smells intensify over time instead of fading away. Decomposition is a natural, ongoing process, and it doesn't pause just because the trash is sealed. Heat plays a critical role in making garbage smell worse. Warm temperatures allow bacteria to multiply much faster, which speeds up decomposition and gas production. This is why trash smells significantly stronger in the summer than during colder months. The combination of heat and bacterial activity creates an environment where gases build up quickly, and even small trash containers can emit strong odors. Moisture is another major factor contributing to trash odor. Wet trash smells worse than dry trash because bacteria require water to survive and reproduce. Food scraps, spilled liquids, damp paper, and other moisture-rich materials create the perfect environment for bacterial growth. Moisture also traps odor molecules inside trash bags, allowing gases to accumulate until the bag is opened. That sudden release of trapped gases is why opening a trash can or dumpster can feel overwhelming and almost instantly assault the senses. Certain foods are notorious for making trash smell far worse than others. Meat, dairy, and fish contain high levels of sulfur and nitrogen compounds, which break down into particularly strong-smelling gases. Fish is one of the worst offenders because it releases a chemical called trimethylamine. This chemical has an extremely powerful odor, even in very small amounts, making fish scraps especially pungent in the trash. Other strong-smelling foods, like onions, garlic, and eggs, contribute additional sulfur compounds, compounding the smell. Organic matter that ferments or rots quickly produces these gases in larger quantities, making some trash immediately more offensive than others. Oxygen levels in the trash also play a critical role in how smells develop. When waste breaks down in the presence of oxygen, the smell is generally milder because aerobic bacteria dominate, producing gases that are less intense. However, when oxygen is limited, anaerobic bacteria take over. These bacteria thrive in low oxygen or sealed environments and produce much stronger and more unpleasant gases. This is why sealed trash bags, dumpsters, and landfills tend to smell so intensely. The lack of oxygen allows anaerobic decomposition to dominate, releasing sulfur compounds, methane, ammonia, and other odor-heavy gases in higher concentrations than aerobic processes. Landfills are essentially massive sealed environments filled with organic waste. Trash is compacted, buried, and cut off from oxygen, creating ideal conditions for anaerobic decomposition. As the waste breaks down underground, landfills generate huge amounts of gas over time. Methane itself does not have a strong odor, but it mixes with other gases that do, contributing to the overall foul smell. Because of the massive scale, landfills often use gas collection systems to remove pressure and reduce odors. Without these systems, the smell would be overwhelming, sometimes spreading far beyond the landfill itself. Landfill gases are a combination of chemical byproducts from millions of items of decomposing trash, each contributing slightly different odor molecules to create the characteristic garbage smell. Trash smells also linger because odor molecules have a tendency to stick to surfaces like plastic, fabric, walls, and even flooring. Even after the trash is removed, those molecules slowly release back into the air over time. Some odor molecules are heavier than air, causing them to settle near the floor instead of rising, which is why smells can persist in a room long after the trash is gone. This lingering effect is compounded when indoor spaces are warm, humid, or poorly ventilated. Repeated exposure to trash in the same area can create a buildup of these molecules, making the space feel continuously malodorous even with regular cleaning. Dumpsters and garbage trucks amplify all of these effects. They are warm, enclosed, and constantly filled with decomposing waste, allowing bacteria and gases to build up continuously. The combination of repeated organic waste deposits, high moisture, limited ventilation, and heat creates an environment where smells become extreme. Garbage trucks, in particular, compress trash, releasing trapped gases from compacted materials, which results in sudden bursts of odor whenever the truck is opened or emptied. In the end, garbage smells the way it does because it is alive with microscopic activity. Bacteria, heat, moisture, oxygen levels, and the types of waste all combine to produce the smells we associate with trash. It's not random and it's not avoidable. Every bag, bin, or dumpster is essentially a miniature ecosystem, with bacteria constantly breaking down organic matter and producing gases. Understanding the science behind trash odor shows that the smell is simply the natural result of organic material decomposing. Every foul smell, every overpowering stench, and every lingering odor is a sign of microscopic life at work, producing gases as part of a perfectly normal chemical process that happens every time we throw something away.